Now, I do got to add caveats because we probably got new viewers. When I say this, I always add a caveat that I have a lot of grace towards people who are propagandized. My anger and vitriol goes towards the propagandists, goes towards the Crystals and Cows, the Jenkins, Sam Cedars, the people who are smarter than me. These people are college graduates and shit. I'm a college dropout who can barely pronounce words sometimes. You know what I mean? So these people are smarter than us, and then they lie to people, propagandize them, and have them vote for their enemy. So there's nuance there. I have fun on the show, but I do have grace towards the average person for the most part. I just have a lot of anger towards willful propagandists. Now, let me show you guys exactly why people who are Biden shills are irredeemable. So Joe Biden, as I said, is the most anti-black politician in the modern era. Do you guys think he changed his way as president? The guy who took COVID relief funds and gave it to the police? The guy who's arming Nazis in Ukraine? The guy who is weaponizing his DOJ and prosecuting black socialist and communist movements like the Uhuru movement? Fantastic coverage from the Gray Zone. A lot of people say the Gray Zone is far right. Meanwhile, how many social democrats are talking about this? Sam Cedar, is he talking about this? How many white leftists are talking about this? They have a leftist mafia show. Never talk about this issue. Only Yemi never talk about this shit. No one talking about this shit on the social democrat left. Gray Zone is. I have disdain for Bernie Sanders and AOC because find me a tweet where Bernie Sanders and AOC and the people who are quote unquote on the left talking about this issue. Don't worry, I'll wait. The quote unquote right wing Jimmy Dore did though. The right wing Gray Zone is covering this actively though. I like to just put things in perspective. There are a lot of people who are deeply unserious who just take their politics based on vibes. You know what I mean? I don't listen to those people. Feel free to interrupt anytime, CJ.
No, that's literally it. Vibes. That's literally it, and you can see it most publicly expressed through the campaign to push the Marianne Williamson camp by Kyle and Crystal. They clearly, even when Cornell got in the West race, after all the praise they gave him, they still stayed with them, with her, clearly. But go ahead.
Yeah. I don't think this is gonna be a long segment, CJ. You can do a segment after this as well. Feel free to interrupt anytime. The U.S. DOJ is prosecuting the Uhuru movement activists for sowing discord on behalf of Russia. The activist attorneys warned the case threatens to blow a hole in the First Amendment by criminalizing disinformation. But tell me more about how Donald Trump want to attack the Constitution. You had the Biden administration that lobbied the Supreme Court so the police can legally seize guns of people even without charging for a crime. So thank God the right-wing Supreme Court, CJ, struck that down. Because guess who that was going to affect? Black people. The Biden administration was planning to use the police state to disarm black people and workers. But tell me more about how Joe Biden is not a fascist. How Donald Trump is worse than him. The guy who literally tried to destroy our Second Amendment rights, our Fourth Amendment rights, and our First Amendment rights. The right-wing Supreme Court, CJ, stopped Biden from doing some fascist shit. How crazy is that?
Sounds pretty normal to me.
Yeah, it is. I'm just having fun. It is actually normal and to be expected.